Hi, welcome to Roped In Mental Health. I'm Garrett Kennedy, mental health consultant. I'm here to talk to you today about how you are perceived by others. I know, seems like an odd concept to be talking about, but it is part of mental resiliency training and stress management. Now, how you're perceived by others is very much affected by your emotional well-being. If you're emotionally well and you're calm, you will look as though you're just swinging in the breeze, enjoying a good day, maybe having some fun at whatever task you're doing, and that would be a wonderful thing if we all presented that way. What a positive community that would be in. But how you present yourself is very much a part of your emotional well-being, because on the other hand, if you're feeling like you're at the end of your rope, and you really don't know where to go from there, how are you going to present then? If things aren't going your way, do you always present as kind and nice as you want to? Do you present to the community the type of person you think a good community member should be? If your answers to those questions are yes, that's fantastic. However, if you or somebody you know doesn't present to the community the way they think they should, they might come across as isolating. They might come across as too aggressive. But there's ultimately a reason for the way that they are presenting that way. And why that's an important thing to the workplace is that we all read each other's symbols all the time. If we have one person enjoying their life and we have another person barely holding on and some person in the middle who just really is kind of presenting like they've got a giant sign across them that says, "Leave me alone," how are you going to feel in that environment? How is your workplace? Well, workplace culture and corporate culture plays such a huge role in your own mental health, but it also plays an important role in the health of the community itself. Do you present the way you want to present? It's a very simple question. Most people, when they're asked to define a supportive community, can. And I challenge you to do that. Go ahead and write down 5 points that make a good community. You can also take a look at that and think, what are some things I do that make that community happen? And are there any things you do that maybe sometimes don't help a positive environment happen, right? Why is it that you did that? How is it that you presented yourself? What caused that last confrontation you had? Why did that last conversation you had with somebody go so well or so bad? It's all about how you're feeling as a person, how you're emotionally regulating yourself, and whether or not you're able to stay calm and focused helps you stay on point. Now, how you present yourself to your community is a controllable thing. You have 2 sources of information for that. One is other people telling you how you're acting. The other one, the more crucial one, is do you know how you present to other people? Are you aware? Are you mindful? Are you observant? Can you actually see yourself from a distance? Can you actually be aware in the moment that, oh, I'm feeling a little bigger than that person, I'm going to be intimidating right now? Or this is somebody new that you've never met. Are you a little standoffish and not quite sure how to approach them? How do you present? How do you want to present? And are those things aligned? Is at the heart of emotional regulation. Now, how this helps you in the long run is as you become familiar with your own feelings and you become familiar with situations you feel anxiety and situations you feel comfort, you can actually look ahead of your day and say, well, this uncomfortable thing I don't want to do, I think there's a way I can make that happen in this location. I feel more comfortable. And you can mix and match some things like that so that you can start playing with your own emotions and see how you react to different events. And it's really important for emotional regulation that you understand your own emotions. Come up with your own language if you have to. I use colors. Red is how I describe somebody who's feeling very angry. Blue is, of course, very sad and maybe a little sickly. Green is ready to go, just like a race car. And yellow is that anxious, hesitant stage. These are just the colors of regulation. They're taught across educational systems to elementary schools everywhere. That's actually where I picked them up, was when I was working with behaviorally challenged youth. But anyway, I really like them. They're simple, they're clean, they're clear, and better than that, there's no spoken language to them. Think about that for a minute. If you have a hard time communicating with people, but you can hold up a red folder and let them know you immediately need help, that was our safety procedure back at the University of Lethbridge. If I was stuck in a room by myself, we'd put a red folder out on the door, and security would come by and check on us every so often. It's a good system. There are colors that you can actually encode into things. Yellow means caution. We know this. You should be a little anxious underneath some circumstances. So using different emotional cues and techniques and languages can break down conventional language barriers and actually speak to a group on an emotional level. That's what emotional regulation is all about. Once you know these skills, you can pass them on. That's the other great thing. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to my talk today. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about emotional regulation. I know that together we can rope in mental health if we all work together to make a resilient, observant, positive environment for everybody to live in. Emotional regulation is one of those things you guys should start talking about.